Hello and welcome to day one of our 30 days of yoga, Pilates and life challenge. I'm excited to kick off and get started with you. I hope you are as well. Motivation is always easiest on the first day, remember that. So something I'd like you to do for the 30 days is set up an accountability partner. So it can be me, I'm happy to play that role for you. I'll be sending you emails every day, of course, but I'll also be posting on Facebook and Instagram. So I'd love if you'd engage with me over there as well. And I'm happy to hold you accountable to these 30 days because I'm doing it with you as well. But if you like, you can also work with someone in your real life and have someone to text of a morning, check in, have you done day 1, day 2, day 3. It's probably going to be really important when you hit day 14, even day 21, when the motivation starts to lag a little bit, life gets in the way. So I'd like you first of all to set up with an accountability partner. But because motivation is high right from the start, I'd like to get straight into today. We're focusing on our core as we will of day 1 of each week that we start. If you are pregnant or if you are in the early postnatal period and you've done that core check and you're not quite strong in that area yet, you're going to do the first half of today's class and then you're going to stop and go back to the beginning so that you can repeat the yoga part. The yoga is going to be fine for you. While all of yoga is a core exercise, we're not doing any of the crunching action in our yoga section today, so that's going to be fine for you to do. So just go back and redo that first bit. The second part of it is more of our Pilates, so there will be some crunching action, not okay if you're pregnant or early postnatal. If you've done the check and you're all good, let's get going straight onto our mat and get straight into day 1. So bring the hands underneath the shoulders and the knees under the hips. And to start with, I just want you to bring some awareness to that belly, so let it all hang out, hey? So let the belly drop, even my belly will hang here. And then I want you to draw it in. So notice the difference between when you let it hang and when you draw it in. And that drawing the belly into the spine is what I want you to keep happening throughout the yoga practice. All right, as you inhale, press into the hands, press into the tops of the feet, lift the knees off the floor, and we're practicing with our yoga breath. So in and out through the nose. And the breath is just there, one, to make sure we don't pass out, but also to keep our focus here and now, right here, even if you've got kids running around you. Take the knees down, inhale, lift the tail, lift the head. Exhale, round through the spine. Inhale, return to neutral, press into the hands, the tops of the feet, knees slightly lift. So you should feel your core engaging, yeah? It's not just me. See if you can keep that breath going. I know it's fairly intense to start with, but we have to start somewhere, yeah? Keep the breath going. Take the knees down, inhale, lift the tail, lift the head. Exhale. And return. One more time, press into the hands, tops of the feet. See if you can keep gazing forward so the neck stays nice and long. And then lower the knees down, inhale, rise. Exhale out through the mouth. And return to neutral. Check those hands are under the shoulders. I want you to lift the left leg up behind you and hold it here. Breathe. If it feels good for you, you can add the hand as well. So if you're pregnant and you're not feeling stable, just go with the leg or just with the arm. Take it out on the angle. See if you can keep breathing in and out through the nose. I know it's a lot to think of. And then draw the knee into the chest. Inhale. Exhale, take it long. Inhale together. Exhale long. One more time. Inhale together. Exhale long. And lower it down. Opposite side. Inhale. Hello, plant. Workplace hazards right here. Keep breathing long. Take it out on the angle. So try and keep the rest of the body still. This is where the core work comes from because the core is keeping everything stable. Inhale together. Exhale long. Inhale together. Exhale long. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Lower the hand down. If you're pregnant, knees are coming wide. Otherwise, you can keep the knees together. Take a seat back towards the heels. Rest the forehead. Keep the arms outstretched because it's fairly strong through those arms as well. So just give them a bit of a stretch here. And then inhale, coming up again. A bit of a challenge this time. So you've got some options. You can stay here if that's enough. So if you're pregnant, it might be enough just to stay in tabletop, drawing the belly into the spine. You can take the hands out a step further, start to lower the hips down so we find our plank. Or you can tuck the toes, full plank, and breathe. So you want to be pressing those heels back towards the back of your mat, pressing into the hands, drawing the elbows slightly in and under. No tense, no sad planks, yeah? Nice and strong in the middle. Breathe. One more breath. And lower it down. Nice work. Tuck the toes under. Peel back to down dog. And just breathe it out here. All right, if you were pregnant at this stage, you are going to rewind and go back and repeat. If you're not pregnant and you're coming with us, tuck the toes under, look towards the hands, step or hop your way to the front of the mat and find forward fold. So release the knees, bend into them, let the top half of the body hang, little sway from side to side. And then as you inhale, start to lift the chest, take a seat into the legs, rise the arms up. So we're going to come all the way down into our boat pose. So if it's not comfortable with you, if your back's not feeling great today, you can use the hands to do it. Otherwise, core engages, come really low, all the way down. See if you can gracefully plunk the bottom and lift the feet up. So you've got some options here. You can have the hands on the thighs, you can have them outstretched, you can take the legs long. As long as you can feel that core working, but you need to breathe. If you want, you can go all the way down. Work really hard with me. As you can hear, my voice is shaking. It's hard for me too. Inhale, draw the knees in. Let the head and neck rest down for a moment. All right, so from here, you've got some options again. You can either use the hands to support your way down onto the back, or plant the feet, lift the hands tall, engage through the core. See if you can do it gracefully all the way down. So core engages. So as we move into Pilates, our breath changes. So it's in through the nose, out through the mouth. And as you just breath the hips down, you might notice you've got a bit of a gap underneath the back. In Pilates, we want to really engage what they call the T-zone. So it's between the hip bones and the pelvic floor. So it makes a T shape. And we want to do that by gently pressing the back into the floor. So we get rid of this arch through the back. It's just a gentle press. It's not a complete tilt of the pelvis. So just gently press in and draw the pelvic floor in. As you inhale, take the legs up to tabletop and see if you can keep that engagement through the low back. As you exhale out through the mouth, the toe taps down. Inhale, comes back up. Exhale down, opposite side. Inhale, back up. So you should feel your core engaging here. Exhale down. Inhale up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So you can slow it right up with your breath if you like. Exhale it down, make it slower. It's only going to mean you work a little bit harder, and inhale it up. Exhale down, inhale up. 2 more on each side. Exhale it down. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Last one. Inhale it up. Draw the knees in. Little rock from side to side. Release through that low back. All right, so bring the feet back down. Bring the hands behind the head. The hands are going to be here for support, but they're not really going to be doing the work. As you bring the legs up to tabletop, draw the back into the floor, engage through that T-zone. As you exhale, you're going to lift up, but you're going to think about just drawing the ribs towards the hips. So inhale here. Exhale. So it's just a crunch rather than really trying to lift up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, crunch. And so you'll notice my hands really aren't doing much. They're just gentle support for the head and neck. So keep that breath going. As you exhale, come up. See if you can hold it here. So just hold it here for a breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And then inhale, come down. So coming up on the exhale. Take a breath, hold it here. Notice the contraction. See if you can breathe through it and lower it down on the inhale. Exhale to come up.
breath, and then lower it down. One more time, exhale to come up. Breath, and lower it down. Well done. Hug those knees into the chest. You might like to take a little twist out if that feels good. Just starting to stretch through that belly. And then when you're ready, coming up to have a seat. Well done. You've just completed day 1 of our 30-day challenge. So if you're feeling motivated, which tends to happen, once we get on our mat and we get started, we want to keep going. So that may have felt like a really short class for you. If you'd like to keep going, check out my online yoga circle. There are lots of cool classes in there, so you can check out one of those if you want to keep going. And if you haven't already, it's all available on the 30-day trial, so you can check it out before you have to pay anything. Now, we need to get to that life challenge, because you know what? This is important. Moving your body is important. But if you also don't take care of the other aspects of yourself, even if you get that perfect body, you're not going to feel happy within it. All right, so all we have left to do is decide what it is that you are going to focus on for the life aspect of this 30-day challenge. So I want you to pick something that you love to do and you want to explore. So it might be that you want to learn how to watercolor paint. It might be that you've always wanted to learn how to salsa dance. It might be that you want to explore a different career option. Whatever it is, it might be that you just want to read more. It doesn't have to be massive. It just has to be something that makes you feel really good and that you want to do more of and want to include more in your life. And we're going to focus on that thing for 30 days. So today, brainstorm a list of things that you're curious about, that you want to do more of, and I want you to pick one. I know it feels like, how do I pick? But just pick one. It doesn't matter. You've got to start somewhere. And then I'd love for you to write that goal in your calendar that I've shared with you. Write it down, put it somewhere that you will see it, because it really is one of the big things. We need to see this regularly. That's right, I need to focus on that for the next 30 days. Whether it's on your fridge, on your calendar, write it down, take a pic, share it with your friends. Accountability works. So I asked you to pick an accountability buddy at the start of this video. Make sure you share with them what it is you're going to focus on for the 30 days. They can also maybe help you out if you're struggling to pick one thing, or maybe call you on it if it's too big or too small. So share it with your friend, share it with me, write it down and decide what it is you're going to focus on for the next 30 days. I'll see you tomorrow, and namaste.